It's not a matter of why didn't you just leave. You've got to get away. It's an escape.
It's a warm breath like night, holding my breath tight, paralysis and passing.
Yeah. Who is it?
It's me. I don't even know how. I'm still trying to decide. I might see if someone can drive me to McDonald's today so I can talk to them. I don't want to lose 8 hours of work. It's been a part of my life since I can remember. My dad was abusive to me and my 5 sisters and my mom. Just kind of my whole life has been a struggle. Then my mom was a single mother of 6 girls.
Back to domestic violence and why he does it. It's power and control. Plain and simple. And this wheel was developed in Duluth by victims of domestic violence.
The girls, he was disciplining them. He's leaving handprints, doing pressure holds on our 8-year-old, and, you know, just always yelling at him, calling him stupid, calling them whatever name he can think of, and they're dealing with that now. Sometimes they sound just like their dad. Oh, you're stupid, or if they make a mistake, why am I so stupid?
Becca, wear this one for now, okay? Because I have no idea where your one went.
It's so stupid.
I kept thinking, if I do better, it will get better. If I do more, it will get better. And you have that hope.
Every single domestic radio run that comes over requires a DIR, regardless of what actually happens when you get there.
Do you have a phone?
Yeah, he was calling, but I wasn't answering.
What, you didn't call 911 though? Okay. How come? How did he get in here? He crawled through that broken window? Wow.
Being inside someone's home and inside their private lives is very difficult for a police officer to recognize that is a place where now we have some authority, now we have some ability to make changes, to at least start an intervention by making the right decision about arrest.
This husband and wife, I guess he had been abusing her for a very long time, and she wasn't a legal citizen, so she was afraid that, sorry, I'm like, sorry, I don't mean to, oh my God.
You bitches think you're all that, and he just pulled out the gun, and my friend Tyrone to Ellen, she yelled, he has a gun, he has a gun.
I don't want to be hurt. I don't want my girls to be hurt. I never would have said it even 2 months ago, but I do deserve better than that. I don't care if I'm putting 10 years of marriage in the trash. I don't care. I've fought and I've struggled, and I brought us to those 10 years, and the one good thing I got out of that was my girls. He's not gonna take that away from me.
Well, I'll go get one. You gonna get her? I'm getting her. And then she's going to 9, right? Yeah.
Well, approximately 1 in 8 women will screen positive and have significant abuse.
I think what's always concerning about domestic violence is we know there are plenty of cases that we don't pick up.
Many times women have been knocked unconscious by an abusive incident and never treated for it.
Notice that there's injuries here in the forearm, or if somebody's curled up, there's injuries along the back, those types of things.
We need to get those women the help they need and the appropriate medical care and health care that they need. But then also we need to do it so that the health care costs of this nation can decrease.
I'm at a point I don't care what other people think, because they don't live my life. They don't have to look at the girls going through their stuff. It hurts me that the girls feel like they are not anything. They can play, they're creative, they're beautiful, and they don't really feel that way. They're fighting all the time, and they never used to be like that. And that hurts me to see what he's done to them.
It's
kind of like, you know, when you get a new president in, they always say you have that first 100 days. Well, when a social movement starts and the public catches on and is sympathetic, you have a couple years in which you're defining the issue and you're saying, this is about this. And then the powers that be step in and start to redefine.
Whole communities are being deeply affected by the arrests that we are imposing on them as a result of domestic violence. And I believe that domestic violence is preventable. And I think that we can take various steps in order to address it that don't necessarily have to include criminalization.
I think we need a law that punishes offenders at the same level that we would punish people who take hostages or kidnap people.
It really does put women of color and their partners of color in more jeopardy. And we have learned this from women of color, and we have to acknowledge it, and we can't pretend it doesn't exist.
What is the alternative? Do you want to go back to the 1960s and the 1970s when police didn't arrest? Do you want to go back when you gave officers total discretion to decide to make an arrest or not? Well, I think not.
We have to recapture the momentum that we had that was about sisterhood that doesn't exist as strongly today.
Because he was a corrections officer and I didn't want to get him in trouble. Shortly, a couple weeks before I left, I said, if you lay a hand on me or the girls, I'm calling the cops. He's like, oh, quit hanging that over my head, quit threatening me. So instead of calling the cops, I finally just left.
Well, when I came to Duluth on July 19th, I had to wait for that Monday to go into the government services and whatnot, and I believe it was the 22nd I got my application for the public housing.
Hopefully next week I will be moving to my house. I have a townhome waiting for me.
We're going to Wabasha to pick up my household stuff, and I need to turn my blinker off. I look at it, anyone even wants to try to cause trouble, I will handle what I need to handle.
Look at that shotgun.
No, Dakota. Good grief. As much as I know, you know, I'm sure there's lots of people that are scared to even try to go near a place to get their stuff, but tomorrow plenty, but right now you don't sit and call people names, so you understand.
But I want to help right now. No, they're all heavier.
If you had one thing to say to people who are going to watch this film, what would it be?
You don't have to take anything, whether it's hitting or whether it's someone yelling at you. Go get a coat on.
Can I give you a hug?